Yes. This is Process, a series that explores the many facets of creativity through dissection and execution. That opener honestly hits a little too close to home, mainly because that's me, exactly. Yes. I'm notorious for starting new projects or cracking open a brand new book despite having a pile of unfinished ones on my nightstand, or diving into the first 2 to 3 episodes of a new series on Netflix only to abandon it completely. All of these things generally have a strong start and are packed with good intent, but then I hit the foggy middle. So what's the deal? Because I know that I'm not the only one who gets really excited about projects or ideas initially, only to grow bored of them in such a short period of time. What is it about the dreaded middle that sends us packing so quickly when working on something that could otherwise be extremely rewarding? As James Clear writes in his book, Atomic Habits, when you make plans for yourself, like setting a goal to lose weight or write a book or learn a language, you're actually making plans for your future self. You're envisioning what you want your life to be like in the future. When the time comes to make a decision, however, you are no longer making a choice for your future self. Now you are in the moment and your brain is thinking about your present self. Once we get into the grit and thick of our goals, it can be very easy to lose sight about what it was that made them so appealing in the first place. And when we're faced with the actual work that it takes to make those goals a reality, it's almost second nature to replace those future goals with more immediate and much simpler ones. And while I know that this is completely and entirely true of me, I felt like some further research was needed. So I set out to test this for myself. You girls know what these are?
M&M's.
Would you like 1 M&M right now, or tomorrow you can have 10 M&Ms?
Or 10 M&Ms tomorrow.
For an M&M now.
You want 1 M&M today or 10 M&Ms tomorrow?
Yeah. I can't, Mommy, I can't do anything.
You can't?
I don't know what to pick.
It's abundantly clear that we as humans prefer instant gratification, despite our best efforts to make changes for the better for ourselves. It's why year after year, New Year's resolutions come and go so effortlessly. Research has shown that nearly half of all adults make New Year's resolutions, but only about 10% manage to keep them for more than just a few months. So I guess that's it. We're all doomed to a cycle of humanistic flaws deeply embedded in our DNA, over which we have zero control. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Could you imagine if I just stopped the video there? Goal setting and project management are 100% key aspects of the creative process that just can't be neglected. But here are some steps to kind of help you through those things if you find yourself stuck in the foggy middle. Step 1, get small. It's rarely the grand gesture or choice that makes the big difference in anything we decide to do. It's a collection of all the little choices that we either choose to entertain or neglect that make or break a decision. So break up those large goals into smaller, more attainable steps. Step 2, input versus output. When we set goals for ourselves, it can become easy to lose sight of those goals because it's our future selves who get to enjoy those tangible results, while our present day self just sits here with nothing. However, if we take those small steps from step 1 and break those up into input-focused goals rather than output goals, we can begin to experience some of those rewards on a small scale here and now. An easy way to do this is with a timer. Tell yourself that you're going to work on some small aspect of your project for 20 to 30 minutes of uninterrupted time. Then reward yourself after that stretch. Suddenly that far-off output-based goal becomes a little easier to manage. And step 3, Accept your imperfections. The sentiment of perfection is a lofty notion, but it's just unattainable. Know that as you move forward with the things that you want to achieve, you're gonna hit snags, you're gonna hit roadblocks, you're gonna go head to head with procrastination or self-doubt, and sometimes you're gonna lose. And that's okay. Stephen Pressfield, the author of The War of Art, describes this as resistance. He says, resistance is what stands between the life we live and our unlived life. I have a whole episode in this series dedicated to resistance, so I won't get into it too much now, but just know that it's a very real force that wants to keep you from achieving the things that you are meant to do. So if you find yourself in the dreaded fog of the foggy middle, remind yourself why you're even there to begin with. Chances are there's something pretty amazing waiting for you once it clears. You just need to keep walking through it.
You have to make a choice, okay? You can have one M&M today, or tomorrow, I will give you 10 M&Ms.
Wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Do you want to eat that M&M in front of you, or do you want to give it back to Daddy and then you get 10 M&Ms tomorrow?
Give it back to Daddy.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This series means a lot to me, and I've been working tirelessly on writing and shooting episodes, and I'm excited to share the future episodes with you. And if you want to support the series and you like what it is I'm doing here, head over to my Patreon page where patrons will get a behind the scenes vlog where I talk about my process. You'll also get insight on upcoming projects and news about things that I have planned for the future. This show, however, on YouTube will always remain free, so you don't have to worry about that. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.